And that is where their curse begins. Those spirits who have dwelled in silence and a tomb-like peace, now finding you a bridge to the world of the living. They start to draw closer, not only at night, but in broad daylight, in familiar places where their shadows become clearer and their voices more daring point one morning. You might look into the mirror and see behind you a figure you don't recognize, a pale face, hollow eyes, staring at you without moving. You turn your head quickly, but find no one there, as if the world itself conjured that vision to remind you that something is watching the days pass. Things around you begin to move on their own. Doors creak open ever so slowly, as if someone stands behind them, waiting for you to notice. Faint whispers call to you by names you don't know, beckoning you closer, whispering in your mind, echoing as if from endless depths that at other times. Nightmares haunt your sleep, dreams of shadows creeping into your bed and sitting close, watching you in silence. You awaken to find an impression on your pillow or a small dent beside you, as if someone was really there. You try to convince yourself it's all in your head, but something inside knows the truth. Those spirits have found you and won't leave until they take something from you. And in the darkest of nights, when black clouds gather in the sky and all falls silent, you hear that voice, a voice rising from the void, whispering in a dreadful tone, "We are here, we will not leave." From that night on, their presence becomes a part of your life. Cold breaths brush against your face every time you close your eyes, as if someone is slowly coming closer, their face mere inches from yours. The sounds grow clearer, whispers, muffled laughter, the echo of heavy footsteps filling the room, as if the ground beneath your feet has become a gateway to the underworld, echoing the voices of those who were never granted peace, that on some nights, an unseen weight pins you to bed, as if invisible hands stretch out from the shadows, pressing down on your body, preventing you from moving or screaming. You try to breathe, but the air thickens and chokes you, as if you've sunk into a realm of dark terror with no escape. As days go by, strange marks appear on your skin, scratches, bruises with no cause. You try to ignore them, but deep down, you know they're no coincidence. They're traces of their nightly visits, proof that ancient spirits have left their mark on you, ensuring you will never be alone again. The sounds have become part of your silence, shadows slipping from the corners of rooms in the night's deep darkness. They take on human-like forms, twisted and incomplete, as if these spirits have lost fragments of their identities over time. They draw closer, their whispers rising gradually into a scream that fills the air, demanding something from you, something you still can't understand. And in the end, you come to know the terrifying truth. You have become part of their world, another whisper in the darkness, an echo of those lingering souls. Now, you are the one who will whisper in others' ears, becoming part of those shadows that wait and thus begins their curse. Those spirits, long confined in silent, eerie stillness, finding you a bridge to the world of the living. They start drawing closer, not just in the dead of night, but in the bright light of day, in familiar places where their shadows become more distinct, their voices bolder point one morning. You might look in the mirror and see someone behind you, a figure with a pale face and hollow eyes staring back. You try to turn quickly, but there's no one there, as if the world conjured that vision to remind you that something is watching, that as days pass, objects around you start moving on their own. Doors creak open slowly, as though someone stands behind them, waiting for you to notice. Faint whispers call out, using names you don't recognize, summoning you, speaking inside your mind as though coming from a bottomless abyss. Sometimes, nightmares will break your sleep. Dreams of shadows sneaking into your bed, sitting close, silently watching. You awaken to find an impression on your pillow or a slight indentation beside you, as if someone had truly been there. You tell yourself it's all just an illusion, but deep inside, you know the truth. Those spirits have found you and won't leave until they take something from you. And in the darkest nights, when heavy black clouds shroud the sky and silence reigns, that voice comes, a voice from the void, whispering with chilling certainty. We are here, we will never leave. From that night on, their presence becomes part of your life. You feel icy breaths against your face whenever you close your eyes, as if someone is slowly drawing you just inches away. The sounds grow louder, whispers, muffled laughter, and the echo of heavy footsteps filling the room, as if the ground beneath you has become part of the underworld, resonating with the voices of those who were denied peace that on some nights, you feel an invisible weight pinning you to your bed, as if unseen hands reach from the shadows, pressing down on your body, preventing you from moving or screaming. You try to breathe, but the air around you grows thick, suffocating, as if you've been submerged in a world of dark terror from which there's no escape. With each passing day, strange marks appear on your body, scratches or bruises that surface without reason. You try to ignore them, but deep down, you know they aren't coincidental. These are traces of their nightly visits, evidence that ancient spirits have left their mark upon you, ensuring you'll never be alone again. The sounds become part of your silence, and shadows creep from the room's corners in the darkness, taking on human-like forms, twisted and incomplete, as if they've lost pieces of their identities over time. They move closer, their whispers gradually rising into a scream, demanding something you still can't understand, that in the end, you grasp the horrifying truth. You've become part of their world, another whisper in the dark, an echo of those lost souls. Now, you are the one who will whisper in others' ears, another shadow waiting in silence.